Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling Troy, aka Green Scrafty. He's from the Lithio League. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. The same thing that I'm in, and the same thing Taryn's been in, and the same thing that Chucho was in. I'll link everything in the description. I will be keeping that link in the description for every time. He wanted to face the Trick Room team. I was a little nervous at first, but I was like, dude, your team looks great, so we'll see what happens. Looking at his team, I really didn't know what he was going to lead off with, so I just kind of went for the safe bet, going for Aromatisse and Shuckle. That honestly seemed like the best choice to me. He leads off with Gardevoir and Umbreon. Now first off, I'm not really scared of that Umbreon at all. It could toxic me, but I have Aromatherapy and I have Rest. Gardevoir I'm a little bit more scared of. It traced my Contrary, which is kind of a little odd to me. I thought it copies like whatever is in front of it, which would be Aromatisse. Either way, that would probably most likely work in our favor if it is a Calm Mind boosting one. I would hope that would happen, but whatever. He goes for the Hyper Voice, which does so much damage. And his Umbreon goes for the Swagger, and I'm like, oh no, here we go, Swagger. But my main concern really was getting the Trick Room up, because I would outspeed his entire team at that point, and I'd be able to take that Gardevoir down a peg. So I fight through the confusion. Thank you very much, Flamingo. We get the Trick Room off, and now I go for the Power Split on the Gardevoir because we need that thing to not be as strong as it is. So that Gardevoir is down a peg. It's not going to be doing very much damage at this point. I'm still confused. I end up hurting myself, but since I'm not a very strong attacker, it didn't really do very much. And then the scariest thing ever happens. Umbreon copies my Shell Smash. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now this thing's going to be really hard to take down. My Shuckle's still tanking those hits, so you know what? I find it safe to go for the Infestation on the Gardevoir, which might have been a misplay because thinking about it, that Umbreon, even though it won't be doing very much damage, it's gonna be there for a while. But hey, you know what? I did what I did. It foul plays my Shuckle, which, looking at that, that must be its only attacking move. Here is another point where I was just like, oh god, I'm at 48 HP and 12 HP. My Shuckle can't. I don't want it to sleep yet. I need to get an Infestation off on Umbreon. So I go for the Infestation. I take the riskiest play I think I've ever made. I'm like, you're gonna break through this confusion. You're gonna do it. You're going to do it. And he does. Oh my god. Heal Pulse off right on. Go all the way back, almost up. Oh my god. That play saved my life. That play saved my life in this battle. You know, sometimes you just gotta be really risky with your moves, and it really does pay off in the Evention. And I was just like, you know what, I don't need Flamingo anymore. I got Trick Room up. I still have Slowking. Gardevoir is pretty much neutered at this point, and they're both infested, so I don't have too much to worry about here, you know? They're gonna get residual damage each turn. Umbreon's only attack is Foul Play that we've seen so far. I mean, we don't know for a fact, but I think it's safe to assume that if you're going to attack a Shuckle with Foul Play, that's your only option. I mean, he did Swagger us, so I don't know. But I go for the other, I go for another Shell Smash just to keep my survivability up. Now that Sand is in, Gardevoir's not going to be doing very much to me. I use Dark Pulse because it's my only real move. I know it doesn't do it. It does a little more than I actually thought it would. Which is interesting. But Umbreon goes for Foul Play, and the joke's on him. I have 0 in attack, completely by accident. Yeah, I was breeding, and it was originally, I think I talked about this in the War Room video, but it was originally supposed to be a mixed Tyranitar, but I kept getting 0 attack, and everything else was perfect, so I was like, you know what, screw it, we're going for it. So it actually works out as a decent Swagger counter, to be quite honest, and because it doesn't hit itself very hard. But yeah. So I saw the Hyper Voice coming again. I needed to protect myself. I didn't think I would survive another one. I knew my Shuckle would definitely. He goes for the swagger again on my T-Tar, trying to get that +2 boost. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He does have foul play out, so give him the benefit of the doubt for that one. Gardevoir goes down, finally to residual damage, so that thing's out of the way. And who does he send in next? Well, once this turn's over, we'll find out in a second. Spoke a little too soon. But, slowly but surely that Umbreon's going down. He sends out Ludicolo and Grass, Water. I don't care how much special defense I have, I need to get out of there. I switch into my Garchomp, expecting a Giga Drain. And what does he do? He Rain Dances. I'm like, ooh, that's not good, I don't think. And then Umbreon swaggers my Garchomp, and I don't have zero attack. I am a attacking Garchomp. So, I go for the rest here. The water and the rain's probably going to do a lot of damage to me, so I need to get my health back. But, at this point, I have a +2 Garchomp, and I'm really hoping he breaks through Confusion to hurt people, because that's what he does. I decided to switch out my Shuckle, losing the Infestation on the Umbreon, but at this point there's Rain out, there is a fast Ludicolo, and I really just need to get that thing out of here. So I chose the Earthquake for this round, but turns out I'm not going to be able to get that. He tag teams my Garchomp, taking it down. I'm sure even if I attacked, the Ludicolo would have survived, and you know what? I think since the Umbreon copied my stat changes, he would have survived too, so that was kind of like a goner anyway. Yeah, so I send out Mawile. Still fearing the Swagger, but I'm really hoping, like, it doesn't. I keep him non-Mega Evolved because I was going for the Trick Room here. And what I was going to do with the Trick Room here is, since I think Mawile is slower before Mega, it would be faster this next turn, even though it Mega Evolves. It doesn't really matter, but I also thought, you know, maybe I'd want to keep Mawile not Mega. But this next turn, I really decided, yeah, I don't need him to be not Mega. He does have the Scrafty in the back. I'm not too concerned about that. I still have guys to handle him. But I decided to take advantage of the rain. I didn't know who to choose, but since we've seen that the Ludicolo was physical, I decided to try and maybe, you know, get a burn off on him. I don't have any status on my team, so this is my real only way to get status. I almost chose Fire Blast, but it's raining and that's not the best. So Burnt Ludicolo doesn't do very much, even though his attack is super effective and physical. So that is awesome. Sends out Scrafty, a Green Scrafty, I guess hence his name. But he intimidates me, and Mawile isn't going to be doing very much, but I figured it's going to be enough to do something. I Scald the Scrafty, not actually going for the burn, believe it or not. I actually thought the Scald would KO. I forgot how naturally bulky Scrafty was, but I could have gone for the Play Rough there and just taken out Scrafty, but I really did think that the Scald would KO. I am 252 with special attack, and it is the rain. So in comes Rampardos, and I know the best thing that I can do here is Scald the Rampardos. I mean, it's rock. I didn't think he would switch out the Scrafty, but oh well. I Iron Head just in case I don't miss. I didn't want to miss because Scrafty's kind of a scary thing, but that dang Rampardos had a Focus Sash. And it doesn't even matter if I had Rain or not because it still would have Sand. Rain is out because it's a rock type, so Sand actually would have helped it in that case. So down goes my Slowking, but surprisingly enough, and this really did surprise me, my Mawile survived. Now, I did kind of one of those weird moves where I switched in a rock type that's weak to Earthquake on someone that has Earthquake. Surprisingly, he switched out for the Intimidate most likely, but that's fine by me. huge power Mawile hits so hard anyway, even being burnt. So I wasn't too worried. I knew that my Iron Head would take out that Bravery, but I did expect him to stay in with the Rampardo, so I Dark Pulsed it. I knew that would KO, but he didn't, so oh well. But now the Trick Room went out, and now his team's faster than me. Now I haven't revealed my fourth move on Mawile, which is Sucker Punch. So I Sucker Punch that Rampardos because I know it's going to use Earthquake, and I know that would take both my team out. I also figured Scrafty would be attacking Tyranitar, so I protected here to stall it out for some more Sandstorm damage. So now it's just Scrafty versus the world. I Sucker Punch. I actually thought it would do a lot more than it did. It didn't, which is really interesting. He goes for the Drain Punch, which I thought would kill me right here. I knew I was down. But I survived with 11! Like, what? What? I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. But that Drain Punch really did end up messing me up a little bit, because that would have been a KO right there. But he's down to his little HP, no matter what happens this turn, because I do have Sucker Punch. Unless he decided to do a status move or something like that, he's going down. I still do have the Shuckle in the back, so I don't think Scrafty really has anything to answer Shuckle with. But that was the battle. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please stay tuned for my channel later. I believe I'm going to be doing just a little announcement video. There might be a contest or something. We'll see. But thanks for watching.